Hi, boys and girls. I hope y'all had a great day today. We are going to read chapters 5 and 6 tonight of Junie B. Jones. Remember yesterday where we left off, she had just gotten picked up from her house by Lucille's Nana, and she was all excited. And Grace and Lucille were already in the back seat. So chapter 5, going to the ball. Lucille was sitting in the middle. She whispered real quiet to me and that Grace. "Beg for my poodle," she said. "You promised, remember? You promised to beg for my poodle." Me and that Grace looked and looked at each other because we didn't actually want to do that thing. Lucille poked us. "Come on, you promised," she whispered. "You promised to beg." I did a sigh. Then I thinked and thinked about what to say. Finally, I took a deep breath. "Hey, Nana, guess what? Lucille wants a poodle, apparently, and so could you buy her one, do you think?" I asked. "Yes, could you?" asked that Grace. "Because she is making us beg you, or else we can't spend the night." The Nana's mouth came all the way open. "Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? Well, my granddaughter knows perfectly well that I am allergic to dogs, so you can tell Lucille that a poodle is out of the question, I'm afraid." I patted Lucille, very understanding. "A poodle is out of the question, we're afraid," I said. Lucille kicked her feet up and down. "Beg harder," she whispered. "You have to beg harder." I did a frown. "Are you firm on that, Nana?" I asked. "No poodle, Lucille," said the Nana, very snappish. Lucille kicked her feet some more. "I knew that dumb idea wouldn't work," she grouched. Just then, the car stopped in front of a big iron gate. Grace's eyes opened big and wide. "Wow, this gate looks like a castle gate," she said. Lucille smiled a teeny bit. "It's not a castle gate, you silly head, Grace," she said. "This is the gate to my house." The Nana pushed a button and the gate opened right in front of our eyes. "Hey, that button is like magic," I said. Lucille smiled bigger. After that, the Nana drove down a long driveway. She stopped in front of a big, beautiful house. Lucille jumped out of the car and ran inside. Me and that Grace followed after her. And guess what? Lucille's house was even beautifuler on the inside than it was on the outside. There was a beautiful long row of stairs and a beautiful big bowl of flowers and a beautiful giant sparkly ceiling light made out of glass. I did a gasp at that glistening thing. "That light takes my breathing away," I said. Lucille skipped all around in a circle. She sang a loud song in our ears. See, I told you I was rich," she sang. She made that song up, I believe. After that, she took our hands and showed us all the rooms in her house. She showed us the living room and the dining room and the kitchen and the big giant patio and the daddy's office and the mother's office and the family room and the pool room where you play pool, and the outside pool where you swim, and the hot tub, and the library, and the gym, and the Nana's room, and the mother and daddy's room, and the fancy gold bathroom with the jacuzzi, and the brother's room, and a whole bunch of guest rooms. Then finally Lucille showed us her very own bedroom, and it looked like a bedroom where a princess lived. Lucille's bed had a pink, frilly roof on top of it. "This is called a canopy," she explained. "It matches my pink silk draperies and my pink silk bedspread and my pink telephone and my plush pink rug and my wallpaper with pink flowers in it. And see my TV and my stereo and my computer and my CD player." She pointed to the corner. "And did you notice all of my big stuffed animals standing over there?" she asked. My eyes popped out at those giant guys. The giraffe was bigger than even me. Me and that Grace ran to play with them. "No, stop, don't," shouted Lucille. "You're not allowed to touch them. They are just for show." "Huh?" said that Grace. "What?" I said. "How come?" "Because they were expensive, that's how come," she said. "Those animals costed my Nana a fortune." "Oh," I said, kind of disappointed. "Oh," said that Grace. We sat down on Lucille's bed. Lucille shouted at us again. "No, get up! You're not allowed to sit there. That bedspread is just for show." Me and that Grace springed right off of there. Lucille quick smoothed the material with her hand. Don't you two know anything, she said. This bedspread is made out of silk. I told you I'm not allowed to get it dirty. Oh, I said. Oh, said that Grace. After that, Lucille skipped over to her dresser and she pressed a button on her mirror. A million bazillion lights came on. Look at this, she said. This is my very own professional makeup mirror. It is the same kind of mirror that they use for movie stars. My Nana brought it all the way from Hollywood, California. Me and that Grace run to the sparkly mirror. We looked at ourselves in the bright lights. Then we sticked out our tongues and made funny faces. Lucille quick turned it off. It's not a toy, she grouched. After that, me and that Grace just stood very still, and we didn't touch anything. This is going to be a long evening, I said, kind of quiet. Only just then, something very wonderful happened. Lucille's Nana came in the room, and she was carrying a big box of dress-up clothes. I thought you little gals might have fun with some of my old evening gowns, she said real nice. They're as old as the hills, but they're quite stunning. Lucille run to the box speedy quick. Let's play Cinderella, she said. She pulled out a beautiful sparkly pink gown. I'm Cinderella, she shouted. Then that Grace shoved me out of her way, and she run to the box too. She pulled out a sparkly blue gown. I'm the fairy godmother, she yelled. I did a huffy breath at those two, 'cause now I had to be the ugly stepsisters probably. I bended down and searched through the box, very careful. Then all of a sudden my hands felt something long and silky and softy. I quick pulled it out of there. The Nana's whole face lighted up. Oh my goodness, my old feather boa, she said. Why, I haven't seen that thing in years. I danced all around with that lovely thing. I love this, Nana. I love this old feather boa. Just then another great idea popped in my brain. Hey, I know. I will be the famous singer that sings at Cinderella's ball. Lucille and Grace looked funny at me. What singer? Said Lucille. There's no singer, said that Grace. I stomped my foot at them. Yes, there is. There is too a singer, and I am her. And my name is Florence, the famous singer. And I will be performing show tunes from the hit musical Annie. So there. Lucille and Grace shrugged their shoulders at me. Then they dressed up in their beautiful gowns and they went to the ball. And I sang The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. So here they are in their dress-up clothes. Chapter 6, Bouncing. After we finished playing Cinderella, the Nana called us to dinner. Me and Lucille and that Grace skipped into the big dining room. We sat at a long, shiny table. Pretty soon, Lucille's Nana came in from the kitchen and she gave us our dinner. And guess what? Its name was Beans and Frank. Hooray, I said. Hooray for Beans and Frank, because this is my favorite kind of home cooking. The Nana did a teeny smile. Well, we usually have a cook, but I gave her the night off, she said. After that, the Nana poured milk into beautiful, sparkly glasses. Ooh, Nana, these are your best crystal glasses, said Lucille, real thrilled. I love these expensive things. Me too. I love these expensive things too, I said. Only too bad for me, because nobody even told me that crystal glasses were very heavy. And so when I picked up my glass, it slipped right out of my hand, and it fell on the floor, and it broke into lots of pieces. Lucille's whole mouth came open. Oh no, you broke it. You broke my Nana's crystal glass. The Nana's face was reddish and scrunchy. Sorry, Nana, I said real soft. Sorry I broke your crystal glass. The Nana sucked her cheeks way into her head. Let's just try to be more careful, shall we, dear? She said. I bobbed my head up and down. We shall, I said back. After that, I ate my Beans and Frank very careful. Only pretty soon my Frank spilled off my fork and he landed on the Nana's white tablecloth. Oh no, hollered Lucille. That's my Nana's good linen tablecloth. She brought it all the way from Ireland. The Nana's face was twisty and puffy. I quick pushed my plate away from me. My stomach felt in a tight knot. Yeah, only guess what? I am not actually hungry anymore, and so I will just sit here and not spill anything, I think. The Nana cleaned up my mess with a wet cloth. After she finished, she brought us chocolate ice cream for dessert. Only too bad for me, because a teeny plump of ice cream dropped right off my spoon and it landed on my chair cushion. The Nana did a big breath. You're a bit of a bull in a china shop, aren't you, dear? She said. A bull in a china shop means that that person is very clumsy. They bump into a lot of things and make a lot of messes. Sorry, Nana, I said. Sorry, sorry, sorry. The Nana patted my hand very stiffish. Quite all right, she said, kind of mumbly. After that, I got down from the table and me and my friends went back to Lucille's room. And guess what? Things got funner. Because Lucille said we could play with the games in her closet on account of they weren't even expensive. First we played Chutes and Ladders, then we played Twister and Bingo and Chinese Checkers and Tic-Tac-Toad and Candyland. Plus we also played Let's Spin till we get real dizzy and fall down. And guess what? I didn't even break anything. All right, guys, this chapter is really, really long. I didn't realize. So we're going to stop there and we'll finish chapter 6 and we'll move on to chapter 7 and 8 tomorrow. All right, good night. See y'all tomorrow.